Hey folks, it's JT. So yesterday I did a video for you where I talked about the 3 things you must do on LinkedIn in 2020 if you want to be seen as a practitioner as opposed to a pontificator. If you didn't check that video out, I'll put the link down below. Today I promised I would talk to you about social networking. It's very important that people understand that LinkedIn is not a social network. Facebook is not a social network. Twitter, Instagram, none of those social media tools are social networks. Social networking is what you do on those platforms. And I think it's something that we've completely lost sight of in the last 10 years as social media has evolved. And let me explain. So when we started out on LinkedIn, I know I was one of the early adopters. A lot of the tip of the curl early adopter folks really get in and use all features and functionality. So everybody was truly networking with one another. I mean, if somebody asked you to connect, you connected, you had a conversation. It was really epic. But as LinkedIn has grown, and I've mentioned on a couple of my videos, it now has over 660 million users and counting. They are going the way of Facebook. They want 1 billion people on their platform because they are a social marketplace. They are the sophisticated yellow pages of our day. And so it's their job just to present everyone. You're a business of one. Your LinkedIn profile is your web page for your business of one, and that's how people are going to find you. But the part of the networking, that is something you have to do. And the problem we all have is when there was only 1 million people on the network, there was a very limited number of people in our industry or a skill set that we could network with, so it was easy to choose. But now, networking on LinkedIn gets so overwhelming. It's kind of like me taking you to an ice cream store, ice cream parlor, and them having 360 flavors. You're gonna sit there and go, do I get the lavender? Do I get the vanilla? Do I get the chocolate? Do I get the swirl? You know, you're hemming and hawing and wasting time, as opposed to if I went in there and there was vanilla and chocolate, boom, you'd make your choice. That is why we are all struggling to network properly on LinkedIn. It's too overwhelming. And so what is the solution? Well, you still have to do social networking. It's not going away, folks. Your network is your net worth. Every job is temporary. Again, let me say that every job is temporary. You might be happy today, but things could change tomorrow, and that's not the time to mobilize a network of people. Right now, we all have to get used to marketing our businesses of one, and companies have to constantly market their businesses. They don't just market when they need new business. They always market so that they always have business. That's what you need to be doing for your business of one. If you always want to be employed, if you want the best job opportunities coming to you, you need to social network. So, yesterday, I gave you the 3 tips on how to do that on LinkedIn, but that's not going to be enough, right? In terms of presenting yourself, you still have to network. And so the future is going to be something called micronets. What's going to happen is that people are going to build the equivalent to associations, right? Chambers of commerce, industry meetups. They're going to take that and build these micronets. And we're already seeing signs of that because LinkedIn has just added an events. You can create events online via LinkedIn. So that's just the first step in the process. But micronets are going to be a group of people who come together and say, I'll pay a little something to be part of this private group that isn't 660 million people, but it's a smaller group of people that are all interested in the same things that I'm interested in. They're clubs. We're going to have social networking clubs. And this is going to explode over the next 2 years. I cannot stress that enough. So your job is start looking for the social networks, the social clubs, the micronets that work for you. And that's why I'm so excited about this, because we all know how to use social media. We know how to communicate and bond with people through social media now. So it's a powerful tool. But if we can channel that into micronets and go to a place where we know we're not weeding through 660 million people, and instead we're dialing with the right people, that's going to make this all feel more effective again. Does that make sense? So the goal is for you to start looking for the micronets that are going to be established in your industry and in your skill set and in your geographic location. Those are the 3 majors. And once you figure that out and you dial into those, you can start to get a lot more out of them. Now, one common question I get at this point is, well, JT, aren't there groups on LinkedIn and Facebook? Can't I join those? You can, but those are all free and there's no skin in the game. So when it's free, you're the product and nobody has skin in the game. So the difference between groups and micronets is micronets will charge you a small fee, but in doing so, they're going to be able to provide services and do things for you that will ensure that networking is happening. And of course, I do have an example of one. I'm very bullish on these, full disclosure, because that's what Work It Daily is. That's what my company is. We are a micronet for people looking to grow their career. So they go into the platform, they get help from career coaches, right? That's why you pay a small fee, because trained experts help them with their LinkedIn profile and their resume and their cover letter and their interview prep. So they're getting a service that they're not getting on LinkedIn, but they're also networking with a small group of like-minded people who are looking to level up. So they're able to meet people in their industry, meet people in their geographic location. They're able to do those things that hasn't been so easy to do on LinkedIn given its size now. So if you're interested in seeing what a micronet looks like, you need to go over to Work It Daily. We have a free trial. That way you can just try it out so you can start to understand micronets. If nothing else, come over and try it out so you can understand what a micronet is. But you'll understand now what I'm talking about when I say that we need LinkedIn. It's our yellow pages. We need to do very specific things on LinkedIn to market our business of one. But we're also going to have to find and connect within micronets. Okay? All right, everyone. I hope that made sense. Questions, comments, feedback, you know what to do. Put them down below. Sorry, it looks like I'm losing my voice. I will be back tomorrow with one more surprise video, so stay tuned, okay? All right, everyone, take care. See you soon. Bye.